here coming to you from the Craft Shack. I want to welcome you all and thank you for joining me today. Now, if you're new to my channel, I am the owner of Beyond Tumblers and Mystique Glitters. Today, I'm going to be showing you how I do the Polaroid Valentine tumbler. We are going to be using two glitters from Mystique Glitter, and that is Passion, which is a holographic red, and Fool's Gold, which is a metallic gold. Both very beautiful colors. I'm really excited to be showing you this video. Now, it did take me a little bit longer to get it done because I messed up. I had one goal in mind and I tried that method. Anyways, you'll see it in the video. I messed up a little bit. I did leave a little bit of clip in there where I messed up, and then I just, the part that I messed up on, I took it out, or took it off the cup, and then just redid the cup. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this video. Just know that no matter how long you've been doing this, you're still gonna mess up, and it's okay. The world's not gonna end. Sometimes your little mistakes turn into great big rewards. So enjoy the video, but before we start, I want you to go ahead and click that subscribe button and give me those thumbs up. Now let's go get started. To start off this project, we're going to use a 20-ounce skinny from Hog. You can find these at the Stainless Depot company. You'll need your Tack It Over and Over from Aleene's. And I just got this off of Amazon. And a little medicine cup, a little brush. This is just a Mod Podge brush, and again, I got this off of Amazon. And then your glitter, to start, you'll use Passion Extra Fine Holographic from Mystique Glitter and Fool's Gold. But we won't use Fool's Gold until a little later. I've prepared my 20-ounce tumbler with Rust-Oleum red spray paint, and I believe it's apple red. And really, you can use any variant of red that they have. It's not really going to matter. You're not going to see any of the red. You can even use white Rust-Oleum spray paint if you'd like. The first step we're going to do is go ahead and prepare our tacket. Now with this, I've only done this project a couple of times, and what we're going to do is we're going to take that holographic glitter and varnish it. And the way you do that, you do the tack it method, and that's by putting some tack it into your medicine cup, and then with a little bit of water. I'm just going to stir that together. You want like a milky consistency. The tack it method is really quick. Drying time does not take long at all. Like I said, you just want to kind of get that milky consistency. Because you're just going to put a thin layer all the way around. All right, and so we're just going to apply it to the tumbler now. You take your Mod Podge brush and you just start going around the tumbler. And you want it pretty even so that that glitter goes on nice and even. I'm just going to continue on doing this and just fast forward through the rest of this here. And there we go, it's all covered, and we're just gonna let that dry. All right, so it's been about 10-15 minutes and my tumbler is dry, but it is tacky to the touch. So what I'm gonna do is just pour on my passion glitter. Again, you can find this in my shop, on my Etsy shop, and on my website. It's an extra fine holographic glitter. See how, you know, it sticks really well to that tacket. So now what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take your finger and start rubbing. Oh gosh, this is a beautiful, beautiful holographic. Now this is a 20-ounce tumbler, but I'm only using about 15 mils for my first coat because you don't have all the glitter that it needs to soak into and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and start putting it on, and it goes on really smooth. Just like so. I'm going from top to bottom, just doing an upward sweep of it. So I'm just gonna turn on my turner here and then go around and make sure that epoxy is totally level. Make sure I get that bottom totally covered. And I come down from the top to bottom in one nice swoop. I'm not pressing very hard. My finger is just skimming over it. As that turns, you can really see the shimmer that that holographic gives off. So now we're gonna go ahead and take our little flame torch. See if I can get mine started. I really need to get a new one. There we go. And we're just gonna pop those bubbles. Make sure you're going up and down the cup. See why I need to get a new one. You don't want to keep it in one spot. You just want to keep it going up and down that cup. There we go. So we're gonna let this turn for about 4 hours and then we'll start putting our decals on it. All right, so it's actually the next day because I went to bed. It's all dry. You see that shimmer from that holographic glitter underneath that epoxy. Just beautiful. What we're gonna do first is go ahead and sand it. Now it is really smooth, but I still want to sand it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this and go wash it up with hot soapy water so we can get that sand dust off, and I'll be right back. All right, so we've got our decals and we've got our picture, and I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the decals on. First thing I'm going to do though is go ahead and put my picture where I want it. Now, of course, you know, every cup you can do differently. You can put your picture anywhere you want to. There is no wrong place to put your picture. You decorate your cup the way you want to. I always like it to be like Willy Wonky, so I like to we're gonna put it right like that. So the first thing I'm gonna take off is the frame. And I'm using a, I actually did my picture on a printable vinyl. You can use either a water slide with the white background, or you can use a clear water slide, but you'll want to put down white vinyl under it so it will so you'll be able to see that picture. So I'm just taking this. I'm just not tall enough for this counter. So I'm sorry, like I said, I'm sorry if my head gets in the way. But I want to make sure that I'm keeping that. I'm hoping that my sticker paper isn't very sticky, because I don't want any of that picture to come up. What I'm gonna do, it is really hard to lay open square like this down and then have it lay flat. So what you're gonna do, and you're not even gonna be able to tell that you did this, is you're gonna cut that corner there. Slice it like that. Then you're gonna bring that over. You're gonna put that down. And then you're gonna bring that over like that. Okay, and then if you do have some hanging over like that, you're just gonna take it, press it down really well, and trim it. Now, because this is the I'm sorry, I'm concentrating. See, when I start concentrating, I don't talk, and I'm really sorry about that. Because this is the foil. Always have a problem cutting it, but we got it here. Now just take off that piece. And see, you can't even really tell. And once you put some heat on that and then put epoxy on it, you won't be able to tell at all. All right, so we got that on. Next, I want to move this, and then I want to put on my wording because I want my wording in a certain spot. All right, so the wording, I want to just over. I just love that gold with the on that red. It just, love it. All right, and let's go ahead and do some big hearts. All right, I think that's all I'm actually gonna put on there because I don't want to cover up too much of that red. I want you to be able to see it. All right, so that other thing was a bust. I was not happy with it. Although I did keep the bottom one because that looked pretty good. So we're just gonna take some holographic paper and the gold holographic paper and put it on here. Now I know you see all those scratches, but not to worry. That epoxy is gonna make everything shine right up. You won't even be able to tell that we had big scratches there. So what I'm gonna do before I put that epoxy on is I'm gonna heat up my cup. One, because it's kind of cold out here, but two, so those decals really adhere to that cup. Okay, we've got our 1-to-1 Alumilite quick coat epoxy. And we're gonna go ahead and put this on. And it is, I told you, it's just gonna shine right up. That shine does not go away. Now, you do see that I did have more than enough epoxy. This is because I have a different cup that I need to cover after I do this one. You know, that just really, that gold against that red, it is beautiful. And a little bit more. So I made up 30 and I think I used almost 10. to cover this cup. All right, it's all smooth. So now we're just gonna take the heat, your torch, go around that so we can pop those bubbles. There we go. Beautiful. I just love this cup. Even though it did not go the way I wanted it, it still came out really cool. And the glitter that was left behind, the gold glitter, no worries. I think it looks great in there. You know, sometimes you just get those really happy mistakes, and all in all, it still turns out great. All right, so I'm gonna let this turn for about 4 hours. And then I will come back, sand one more time, get it cleaned up, and then put another coat on. So I'll come back when it's all finished and you'll see the end results. So I ended up putting one more coat of epoxy on this tumbler. So that makes 2 coats of epoxy after putting the decals on. Any of the materials used in today's tutorial will be in the description below. And just a reminder, if you'd like to join a private group, go to Mystique Glitter Group on Facebook. I want to again thank you all for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Love you. Bye.